And I've got a handful of kibble. Eventually this will go away. But right now I just want to be able to feed her quickly. And also, if this bowl is on the ground or if there's kibble on the ground, she's not allowed to eat out of it unless I tell her. And so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm not feeding her out of this dish, because then this dish becomes available. Whereas if I have kibble in my hand and she's not allowed to eat out of that, then now this is not available, but it's okay because I'm going to feed you from this. And attention is one of those things you can always work, because you really want to just drive it into their head that you got to be paying attention to me. And this will help when there's distractions out there, when there's other dogs. When you just teach them to pay attention to you all the time, they're not going to pay attention to the other things because they know that this is more valuable than those distractions. So I'm getting kibble out of his dish, but I'm also just putting it into my hand, and then I'm gonna wait with it, so then she doesn't associate this with the dish. And really, we gotta have a pouch. I don't have mine, but if you get a little pouch, then you're able to feed her from your pouch, and it makes it a lot easier. So now, I'm gonna keep feeding her for attention, but I'm actually gonna make her check in with me a couple times before I feed her. So she can check in with me, and I'm gonna look away, and I'm gonna wait for her to look away, and then I'm gonna look back at her. And then when she checks in, I can reward that. And now she learns, okay, so if she doesn't check in with me, then I better go check in with him over here and break position. But now she knows, okay, he didn't check in with me, but he might check in with me within a couple seconds. So I'll just go ahead and wait patiently. And so I went back to marking because I also progressed it to where now she has to check in twice. So it's different now, and I need to be able to tell her, right, check in twice or check in 3 times. So now you start marking again. So now I'm going to try 3. Quiet. 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 So now I'm going to teach her quiet, and all I'm going to do, since she doesn't know the word, quiet. Nope. Quiet. Enough. So I've got her over here, I've got her to it down. Quiet. I told her quiet, she stayed quiet so I can mark her where that. She doesn't understand what quiet means, so I have to be quick. When I tell her quiet and she is quiet, I'm gonna mark her reward. Quiet. Quiet. And now she learns, okay, quiet means, oh, I need to stay quiet. I need to sit here and be calm. Quiet. So it's similar to the marker training when all you do is mark and reward and mark and reward and mark and reward. So this time now I'm saying quiet and I'm rewarding. I'm quiet and rewarding and quiet and rewarding. So now she understands, okay, quiet and reward, or quiet means reward, and calm means reward, and not barking means reward. Nope. Down. Jade, down. And then you just sit with her and you change positions and you do the same thing. Down. And so ultimately, you don't want to do this for 20 minutes like this. You really only want to work this for about 5 minutes. And then you'll progress to 7 minutes and then maybe 10 minutes, and then you're not really gonna wanna do it too long because they get tired of it and they're like, I'm over it, I'm done, I'll just stand up, I don't care anymore. So you wanna be able to let them have breaks in between. So you can just tell them break, and then you can let them, so this is break. 2 hands together and it just opens up. So you can tell them break and then open up your hands, and they're allowed to do whatever they want to do within reason. So that means they're not allowed to go jump up on people or rip stuff up or eat food off the ground, but they are allowed to go and hang out with other people or go play. So she's on break, so I'm gonna let her do that. So she tried to jump on the table, so I'm gonna go ahead and correct that if I see her do it again. Come. Good girl. Let's go.